Hello guys and welcome to a brand new video. Today I'm here with a reaction video, and this is a video that I'm going to do for the first time, reacting to actual YouTubers. I'm going to react to GIGGUK's video badly explaining the entire Fate series in 30 minutes. Me being an FGO player, I had always thought about reacting to this, but I didn't know if he appreciated other people's reacting to his videos and stuff. So I had a dilemma, but then I checked it out and I've seen 10 to 20 other people also reacting to the same video, so I think he's fine with it. So that's why I'm going to react to this now. And obviously the original links will be in the description box. I'm sure you've all watched this before, but still giving credit to the original video, I always do that. And yeah, so okay, one thing, everyone knows GIGGUK. I'm pretty sure people in the anime community, everyone has at least heard of GIGGUK once in their life. And he's he's one of the famous anime YouTubers alongside the Anime Man. And I'll be honest, I have not watched that many GIGGUK videos. I remember watching one of his videos before, which I loved. It was hilarious. It was the Eromanga Sensei video where I think where the famous quote is anime is trash, show on mine, that famous quote with that video. I love that video so much, the Eromanga Sensei video, and I remember watching it multiple times. There were a few other videos I watched of him as well, but I've not watched this one because I had actually I thought about watching it, but now I thought yeah, maybe I'll react to it in the future. So here I am, finally after 7 months this video has come out. I'm going to react to this and I'm going to see whether what he's going to explain about the Fate series. And I'm pretty well versed with FGO, been playing it for 4 years, not much, 4 years playing FGO. So I'm pretty sure I'll be able to understand, I know everything about Fate FGO more or less. But the other Fate, the franchises, the Red Line franchise, all the other stuff, I have no idea. I don't have much idea about those. Even the whole thing with the Seraph and everything, the extra, Fate extra franchise, all that stuff. I don't have much idea. So I have a vague background. So I'm kind of interested in seeing, what he, what explanation he gives. And yeah, looking forward to this. And yeah, as I said, I'm not much I'm not an expert of the Fate franchise, so there'll be probably a lot of things that I get to learn from this video as well. So anyways, let's get started. This is I'll react to it, badly explaining the entire Fate series in 30 minutes. Oh boy, this is going to be fun. Let's get started then. So here we go.
This video is sponsored by Honkai Impact 3rd. Gamers,
Really?
gacha gamers. You know me, I love my 2D girls, and Honkai Impact 3rd has the cream of the crop. A free-to-play 3D action role-playing mobile game developed and published by miHoYo, the same makers of Genshin Impact,
I'm a huge fan of Honkai
which they're
Impact
having
as
a
well.
collaboration event right now. Official will be joining as a new Valkyrie with her companion Ozzy, along with Keqing, where you can free more powerful forces for Keqing to fight against the enemy, which includes the more powerful Dwarf of the North in this world.
So
and most amazingly, both of these characters are completely free.
Sorry, what does this word mean? I've never heard this word before as a gacha gamer.
New players to join the game now can win over 100 free supply cards by completing missions, and can even enter a sweepstakes to win a big mystery prize. And also from July 12th to August 12th, Honkai Impact 3rd will be collaborating with bubble tea brand Kung Fu Tea in the US and Canada. So you can join the event for a chance to win limited merch and an iPhone 12. So what are you waiting for? Download Honkai Impact 3rd today and join the events to win some great prizes. Links and info in the description below.
Alright, this is really sponsored.
With that said, let's get on with the video.
The Fate series is one of the most expansive franchises in all of anime. In between all the games, anime, manga, light novel, visual novels, spin-offs, it's probably one of the most daunting franchises for any newbie to try to get into. A little while ago, I made a joke skit called Trying to Understand the Fate franchise.
Oh yeah,
based
this one.
around
He
how
also made another
confusing
video.
the entire thing looked for an outsider looking in. And satire aside, it was based on many real-life conversations I've actually had with fans trying to explain the franchise to newcomers. And every time that happens, I always hear, do you want the long version or do you want the short version? Because everyone asks for the short version, but even the short version for an outsider can seem like a convoluted mess of information.
Thought you were going to give me the short version.
This is the short version. But ever since I made that video, because no one ever actually
30 minutes is the false version. Really, short version it is.
What is the long version?
Oh boy, that's hell you're walking to.
The franchise fascinates me. Originally created by Kinoku Nasu, what started as just a single eroge visual novel was turned into a multi-billion-dollar franchise with more media than any sane person.
Just a sec. Yeah, it, like, you know, in Fate, like, obviously I also started from the visual novel. And I think I'm going to do it like this. I'm going to pause in the middle, not talk about everything by the end. I'm going to pause in the middle and talk little by little. So yeah, like I also started it as a visual novel 5 years ago, I think. And yeah, I've been hooked from then since. And boy, it's been an amazing ride. And as he kind of explained, Fate in itself, if you ask different fans, you know, they're going to give their version of Fate. It's so broad. The Fate franchise is so broad. Different people have different understanding of the whole franchise. I feel like if you ask me, I'm going to, like, you know, give my version of, like, me understanding Fate. If you ask someone else, they're going to give their version. Like, it's very interesting, and there's so many things, like, you know, like you barely just, like, you know, touched the surface. If you're like a Fate Stay Night fan, you've barely touched the surface. There's Fate Grand Order, multiple spin-offs, the visual novels, the games, the, like, the Extella, the Fate Extra franchise, the Fate Strange Fake franchise, I think, not franchise, sorry. Fate, I think, what was it called? Requiem, Fate Redline. So many. It's like intense. Anyways, let's start.
Wrap their head around. I mean, just look at all this shit. Can you see how many there is? There's at least 5. So it can be easy to forget how and why people became fans in the first place. That many newcomers may even forget to ask, what is Fate even about? Don't worry, I got you. The basic premise revolves around a bunch of mages who can summon heroic spirits from Earth's real history or legends to do battle over the Holy Grail.
This is what really
legend to create the ultimate showdown of
the waifus.
Destiny. God, I hope my audience isn't too young to understand that reference. And the Holy Grail War is just basically Nasu going, "What?" Let's just cut the video there. That's all you need to know about Fate.
However, the background and lore of the entire Fate universe is unimaginably deeper than that. So much so that every single spin-off, anime, manga, novel, every single piece of Fate's media takes place in a coherent universe fitting somewhere on a grand timeline, which is also shared with Nasu's other works, creating this grand universe known only as the Nasuverse.
So you know what I thought would be a good idea? What if I tried explaining the entire Fate timeline? Keyword being thought, implying it was me in the past tense. It was a shit idea.
Explaining all the Fate lore and timeline in detail would take hours and hours. I mean, just look at some of these wiki pages. This isn't a wiki page, it's a fucking light novel. Saber Lord. That time some slag at a pond threw a sword at me and I accidentally became the fucking King of England.
So this is more like a long, short version. Or is it the short, long version? Or is it the medium version? It's an excuse to justify all the countless hours I've put into this hellhole. Obviously, there is going to be spoilers, but I'm going to try and keep it focused on the lore and universe and where every series fits in the timeline, rather than what actually happens in any individual series. So, hopefully it won't spoil your experience too much if you decide to walk into hell with us. So, with that said, let's start explaining all of Fate.
All of Fate.
Now gone. All we have to do is just turn the camera off and delete the file, and no one will ever have to know.
Fate timeline. Okay. Biggest nutshell. Okay.
See that GIGGUK? That was GIGGUK 3 months ago. I've been putting off filming this for 3 fucking months. Just kill me now. Oh, 3 fucking months. This is my dissertation all over again. Hello and welcome to my TED Talk. To be introducing the Fate timeline, I'm going to be cosplaying the most powerful servant in the history of the Fate timeline.
What is that?
Steve Handjobs. But before we get to the Fate timeline, there are a few core concepts we need to bang out first so everything makes sense. Firstly is Akasha. See, Fate exists in this grand world.
Okay, wait a minute. Oh, he's really going deep into it. I was not expecting him to start talking about Akasha. Like, this is like the nitty-gritty of Fate. Oh, I really like this. Like, I thought like he's just going to start with the whole Fate Stay Night, you know, like the whole Saber gets, you know, like summoned, this and that, the heroic spirits. Akasha, like these things, the Akasha, and there's a lot of other, like, you know, terms. I don't remember any of them. If you go to the Type Moon Wikia and actually delve deep into the lore, you know, the actual lore, there's like pages of pages just like, you know, these explanations, and it's pretty entertaining to read if you are interested in them, you know, these like different concepts. I kind of read them, I kind of got a good grasp once, and then I forgot everything. That's like, you know, and like this is that kind of like, you know, complicated. There's a few things that are quite complicated, but it's very entertaining to read if you're interested in the Fate lore. So yeah, oh my god, okay, I was not expecting him starting talking from here. That's good. Okay.
Magic and mages, where you can summon heroic beings from the past, present, and future, and all of this derives from Akasha. What is Akasha? See, Akasha is this metaphysical place that exists outside of time and dimensions, that is the source of all events and all the souls in all timelines, and I like using big words to make me sound smart. Basically, everything that's ever happened and everyone you know, you can thank Akasha for it. 2020 as a whole?
Okay.
Thanks, Akasha.
Oh.
The chat himself, Chug Jug's Fortnite remix. Thanks, Akasha. The one time in class you thought you had a silent fart, but you ripped out a fat one and everyone heard it and stared at you, and your brain still reminds you about it every time you were about to sleep. Fuck you, Akasha. So instead of wibbly wobbly, timey wimey stuff, this is more like wibbly wobbly, timey wimey, goopy galaxy, diddly dimension, rickety reality stuff. Where every timeline and every reality exists at the same time, meaning there are no spin-offs, every fate is canon, life is a line, yes, that smutty dojin of Minamoto going ada on the order is canon in some timeline. You can't prove me otherwise. Are you with me? Good. This is important because the end goal of every mage in the Fate universe is to find a way to reach the root of Akasha.
Yes, the root.
But GIGGUK, why do all mages want to find the root of Akasha? Well, I'm glad you asked, probably confused viewer.
Yeah.
I really hope you're not confused right now. This is just the beginning. Well, this would be a good time to talk about the magic system that exists in the Nasuverse, because as we all know, in this universe, mages exist and use magecraft, aka magic. Right? Wrong.
Yeah? No, what?
Incorrect.
Oh.
Erroneous. Mistaken. I can't think of any more words off the top of my head. What are you, an idiot? Why would anyone assume that magic and magecraft are the same thing? Look at this guy. Typical man that can't tell the difference.
Oh yeah, that's
between
true.
Magic and magecraft. No. You got magecraft, the weak sauce imitation butter. Ooh, I can't believe it's not magic. And then you got the Chad true magic. This is the top tier gore mage.
An ad is coming.
This is the shit real mages want to use. The kind of shit Gordon Ramsay has to taste off and goes, finally, some good magic. But this premium shit can only be achieved by mages who view Akasha. And once someone gets that magic, that path to Akasha is cut off, and then the magic can only be used by the direct descendants of that original mage. Basically, no one has real magic, and they're trying to get to the root of Akasha so they can stop using the peasant dollar store magecraft shit. Oh man, what if the third magic was just the power to create fate porn? But what's
Okay, just a sec. Interesting. You know what? I kind of knew this, but I was not clear on this. Thanks. Like I guess, like as I said, like there's so many things in Fate that even players like me, like I'm a very casual Fate, like, you know, franchise enjoyer, and I don't go that deep into stuff. So I know a lot of things, but it's only from the, like, you know, like from the background, or the just from the, like, what do you call it, like from the surface. I just know it. So interesting. Like, you know, I kind of knew this, but didn't know the details of what he explained. So basically, the main focus is going to the true magic root, the root of Akasha. I knew about the root, but I did not know that this is like the reason why they do it. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, like I'm learning so many things. Like this is a really good video. He really made this, really delved into the actual lore and the actual system and everything. Wow, okay, I'm really like happy. This is something like this.
Stopping all mages from getting to this mythical place called Akasha. Well, you have this thing called the counterforce. This is kind of like a safety mechanism that stops the world from going extinct because the Earth is actually alive and has a will, and don't worry about that right now. And the counterforce itself is made up of two parts. The collective unconscious will of humanity itself to survive, Illya, and the will of the planet itself, Gaia.
Gaia, okay, yeah.
Why is this important? Because the counterforce has powerful defense mechanisms, like being able to summon heroic spirits from Earth's history in order to defend itself, which we call servants. Sound familiar?
I understood that reference.
So it'll intervene anyone trying to get to Akasha, aka the Goopy Galaxy timey-wimey place, and mages have to find a way around it. Are you with me? Are you with me?
Yes.
Good. If you're already confused, may I introduce to you the phrase everyone in the Fate fandom holds in the highest esteem as the holiest words in our gospel. Don't worry about it. Why is the cast of Fate Stay Night sharing a nice wholesome meal instead of trying to brutally murder each other? Don't worry about it. How do reality markers work? Don't worry about it. What is the moon? Don't worry about it. No, please don't worry about it. Please don't ask me what the moon is. I'm not gonna fucking talk about the moon! To recap, you have Akasha, the timey-wimey, goofy galaxy, rickety reality place that every mage is trying to get to so they can use the top-tier gourmet true magic.
True root magic,
but the only thing stopping them is the counterforce, which they have to try and find a way around.
Okay.
Did you get all that?
Yes.
This is all the background information you need to know before we start the timeline. Jesus Christ, we haven't even started the timeline yet.
That was the intro.
Originally, I wanted to visualize the timeline physically by having things stuck against the wall strung together with a string or something like that, like you see in that Always Sunny meme. But then I soon realized I don't have a wall big enough. So that's why I'm using the green screen. Definitely not because I want to rip off an achy jakey. Now, starting right at the beginning, before any mages, before any servants, before any Holy Grail wars, you have the Age of God. So yeah, apparently right at the beginning of Fate lore, there was this period of time where gods roamed the earth with man, mythical creatures existed, and I shit you not, physics apparently just wasn't a thing. Yeah, apparently this thing called mystery governed the law of the worlds, which I don't know what that's supposed to mean. Don't worry about it. Like, I just imagine in my head some ancient humans trying to let go of an apple and physics tries to drop it and mystery's like, no. We do not do that here. And then the apple just flies off the fucking Nile. But everything changed when the Sefer Nation attacked.
Okay.
Or just Sefer. This next time period is called Deterioration. This titan called Sefer invaded and destroyed most of the world and was only beaten back by this mighty sword called Excalibur. After the attack, the gods weaken a bit, mystery starts to wane, and physics is like, yo, is anyone gonna drop that apple? Which takes us to separation. So the gods are a little pissed that they can't go down to Earth anymore because they're so weak, so they make Gilgamesh, who's 2/3 god.
Oh, interesting.
Gods don't give a shit about
I didn't know all of
with
this.
the intention of making him the keystone to connect the gods and the humans. Now, for anyone not familiar with the Fate verse, how can I explain Gilgamesh?
Wait a minute, what's up with Gilgamesh's face? I don't like that. I don't like that. That's not the almighty king's... Oh my god. You know what, never mind. Okay, so all jokes aside, I really didn't know about these things. My god, what? Okay, well, I'm getting educated after watching this. I was really not expecting. I thought this would be like a sarcastic, video, but he's really delving deep into it and actually explaining it. The title is called Badly Explaining. This is not badly explaining. What the hell? Wow, this is really great. All right.
You know that one meme, is this some peasant joke I'm too poor to understand? Well, imagine if that meme was reincarnated as a person.
Oh,
that's Gilgamesh.
Perfect, perfect
rebel, and the gods were like, no. This guy doesn't want to take orders from us. No, come on, you're joshing us right now. This is a prank. Come on, where are the hidden cameras? I'm on MTV Punk'd, aren't I? And so with that, the gods cannot interfere with humans anymore.
Then Enkidu
and thus begins the Age of Man. From the year 0 AD, the human population explodes, magic and magecraft is replaced with science, and most importantly, physics exists now, guys! Yeah! I was meant to buy a party popper, but I completely forgot to. Alan, can you edit a party popper in this video, please?
Yeah, there you go.
That's right, screw your mystery. I have E equals MC squared. Okay, remember right at the beginning of this video when I said the Fate franchise was about this thing called the Holy Grail? Well,
yeah.
we can finally start talking about the Holy Grail.
Okay.
See, the Grail is touted as this omnipotent, magical, wish-granting device, and that's only partially true. See, around the 1800s, these epic magic gamer girls, called the Einstein family, figured out a way to the root of Akasha. That place that gives you true epic gamer magic. By using the Holy Grail to summon 7 heroic spirits and then sacrifice them, and using that mana to summon an even greater Grail called the Greater Grail, which has access to the root of Akasha. But of course, all the various magic gamer girls and boys couldn't agree on who would actually get access to this magic, so they decided to have a meeting to decide. One could even say that it was a magic. The Gathering. Or in Fate, we just call this the Holy Grail War. Which finally leads us to the timelines to all the wars so far.
First war.
Oh, I can't believe I flunked world history and I'm about to recite the entire history of some fictional war that happened. Okay, so you got like the first Holy Grail War, which happened around the 1800s. This is when the 3 main mage families, the Einsburns, the Toesuckers, and the Matos, couldn't agree on who could get access to the Grail. So they were like, guys, we've got a bunch of servants lying about. Tournament arc, tournament arc, tournament arc, tournament arc, tour! This was hardly what you call a natural war though, and more like a 3 AM brawl at the local mage pub, which ended because everyone got bored and time ran out. Then came the second Holy Grail War in the 1860s with the same parties involved, but this time everyone went a bit fucking mental because everyone died, nobody won, and future generations were like, wait a minute. Do we need rules? What the fuck is a Geneva Convention? Then came the third Holy Grail War in the 1930s, where the church gets involved because they're just like, are you using the term Holy Grail? God, are we allowed to copy strike that?
Oh my God.
Because they can enforce the rules. So the church is like, all right, gamers, I want a fair fight. No going for the eyes, no kicking below the belt, and for God's sakes, no summoning any illegal servants. So then the Einsburn summon an illegal servant. And so they get this totally new servant called Angry aka the Angry Mango, who's meant to be this super badass, ultra OP new servant that auto wins them the war, except lol, JK is actually super weak and dies, and is literally so angry he gives the Grail food poisoning. Then we got the fourth Holy Grail War, which is basically just the events of Fate Zero. I'm not going to spoil what happens in it. And finally, we have the Grand Sugar Daddy, the start of the vision everything we're talking about. The fifth Holy Grail War, aka the events of Fate's Day Night. Following Shiro fighting in it using the power of friendship and fucking, mana transfer. And this CG dragon still haunts my nightmares. What's important here is that this war has at least 3 different timelines, because the original Fate's Day Night was a visual novel with 3 different routes. You got the Fate route, Unlimited Blade Words, and Heaven's Feel. Or, to put it more simply, you got the Saber route, the Best Girl route, and the Sakura route.
Yes! Thank you. Now let's resume.
Mana transfer. But it doesn't stop there, because next we got Fate Hollow Ataraxia, which is kind of like a sequel to Fate's Day Night because it takes place 6 months after the events that happened in there. Yeah. So you may be wondering which one of the 3 routes it follows, and the answer is
everyone.
Yes. So one of the main girls from Fate's Day Night, Rin, is doing some magic experiments, and she does a little bit of an oopsie, and completely fucks up the space-time continuum, merging all parallel universes together. And I know what you're thinking, this doesn't sound like a little oopsie, this sounds a bit more like a big oopsie.
Big oopsie,
But it's all good, because she looks great in thigh highs. So we're following this mage Rosette, who was dead off screen in the original Fate's Day Night, and she is now alive, along with Angramayu, aka the Angry Mango. And they're stuck in a Groundhog Day type time loop, living the same 4 days over and over, and she has to find a way to escape without failing from existence, because she was originally dead, and I guess people die if they don't exist. Since most of this takes place in a time loop, this is basically just Fate Re-Zero Edition, so you can essentially just call it Fate Zero.
No!
And you know what? That's basically everything for the flagship Fate series.
Finally, yes.
Guys.
Okay, how much? 15 minutes? 16:30. Okay.
That was pretty simple, right, guys? What are we missing?
Yeah.
Fuck. Of course, we are going to have to fill this timeline in with all the other Fate media out there. So let's do the time warp again. Oh my God.
So many still left.
Alright, so let's start with Fate Apocrypha. So the Fate Apocrypha timeline is exactly identical to the original timeline, except when we get to the third Holy Grail War, where the timeline was like, You know what? Nazis. Because of course it's the fucking Nazis. So the Nazis joined the Third Holy Grail War.
Wait. I completely forgot everything about apocrypha, to be honest. Yeah, I completely forgot everything. I think I need to rewatch that.
And instead of there being a winner, the Nazis steal the Greater Grail system.
Oh,
and
really?
so after that, a Transylvanian Nazi mage guy steals it from the Nazis again, and then I guess the Nazis go on to lose World War II as usual. Fast forward to the future, and somehow the entire world finds out about the Greater Grail system, and everyone and their dog tries to make a cheap imitation of it. And so because of this, the Transylvanian Nazi sorcerer guy vows to make the Holy Grail War great again. And so he makes the Great Holy Grail War.
Oh, okay.
I shit you not, this is what it's
Really?
called. And so now instead of 7 servants, you have 14 servants
apocrypha.
separated into 2 teams. Red and black.
Oh yeah, this one I remember.
That's right, it's a team deathmatch.
Team deathmatch! Team deathmatch! Team deathmatch! Team deathmatch! Team deathmatch! Stab it!
And so we get a season of Red versus Black, Mordred is hot, and a stealth will make straight guys question their sexuality, and gay guys question their sexuality, and gay girls question their sexuality. And me question my life choices for spending $400 for a dick. That concludes the events of Hitler's Day Night. Next on the menu, we have today's menu for Emia fans.
Oh, this is amazing.
Did you see what I did there? This is, I think, just another alternate ending to the 5th Holy Grail War, where I guess nobody dies and they all just sit around cooking and playing volleyball and being happy, and this is canon, okay? They never explain where this takes place on the timeline, but I don't care. They're all happy, Akasha made it.
I still feel weird seeing Shinji just sitting there. I don't know, oh my god.
It's canon! Like in my mind, this is the reality when someone just tried playing the Fate visual novel, but got bored 5 minutes after reading words and then just left. And never came back. And then all these characters are just sitting around having a gay old time waiting for the Holy Grail War to start.
Wow.
This is what happened. This is the reality where Sea-Dog VA tried to play Fate. Alright, so I'm just gonna make a Fate Stay Night bubble, and then I'm gonna put Fate Tiger Coliseum and Fake Unlimited codes in this bubble, because they're just fighting games and they're already beating the shit out of each other in the series anyway, so I guess these are just the filler episodes we never got to see. Then we got Fate School Life, which is kind of like a slice of life spin-off in the Fate Stay Night universe that also has Ataraxia characters in it, so I guess it goes here. Can you tell how I'm sure I am right now? Lord Elmalloy's Case Files. This is basically just CSI magic that takes place after Fate Zero but before Fate Stay Night, starring Fate Zero's Waver. Except Waver's gone from Daddy Step on Me to Step on Me, Daddy. Alright, now we get into the manly shit. Fate DJ Khaled, line of Prisma Illya, is a spin-off where Illya becomes a magical girl. And instead of summoning servants, the magical girls can use these magical cards to channel the power of a servant. And also there's a magical talking wand, don't worry about it. Before I properly got into the Fate franchise, I thought that this was just an unrelated spin-off that had nothing to do with the main universe. But
it has.
Not only does this directly diverge from the main timeline, but it has 2 separate universes
gets into
within its own universe. It's a fucking Illya multiverse. And the beginning of the Illya multiverse doesn't even have Illya in it. Oh god, I love you so much, Fate, but you just don't make things easy, do you? Alright, I'm gonna try and do my best, so stick with me here. The first universe is the one detailed in the movie Oath Under Snow, following this girl called Miyu, which is why we call this the Miyu-verse, because her name is Miyu and she's the child of God, don't worry about it. She's taken in by Shiro, and then they have another Holy Grail War, but not the usual Holy Grail War, but the Ainsworth Holy Grail War. Can you guess why it's called the Ainsworth Holy Grail War? Yes. It was made by the Ainsworth. Shiro then sends Miyu to an alternate universe, which we call the Illya-verse, which is all sunshine and rainbows, where the 4th Holy Grail War didn't happen and Kiritsugu's Father of the Year. You got cute girls doing cute things, cute girls doing magical things, and cute girls doing each other. This is the universe where season 1 and 2 of Prisma Illya happens, but then you have season 3, which jumps back into the Miyu-verse. And if you think that complicates the timeline, how about this little knowledge of nugget? So, in the original Fate Stay Night, Illya is 18.
Yeah.
She's 18.
Exactly.
She's older than Shiro.
Older than Shiro,
but in the Illya-verse, she's the same age as when the timelines diverge, which theoretically should make her the same age as she was in Fate Stay Night.
Yeah.
But she's not. And the series makes it very clear that she is under 18. So which is it, Fate? Which is it? I need to know.
Don't worry about it.
I would say don't worry about it.
Oh,
but I'm pretty sure the FBI are going to do that for me. Alright, moving the fuck on from this mess of a legal situation. Your Fate, also known as the Fate Extra universe. This splits off from the Third Holy Grail War in the Angry Mango timeline, where all the world's mana dries up because some kind of event. So in the 2030s, all the mages turned into hackers and they tried to hack the moon because the moon has a supercomputer on it that was placed there by aliens that they found. And so inside this supercomputer moon, there exists this entire digital world. And so the supercomputer moon is hosting a virtual reality Holy Grail war because it's actually alive. I don't realize how ridiculous this sounds until I...
Okay, just a sec. I know about the Fate Extra, like, the whole thing with the Seraph and everything. I know about that, but I did not know how it started. He explained it pretty nicely. So it basically because the mana dried up, and that's why there's this whole thing with the, like the moon cell, this and that, and like everything like that happens. I did not know about that. I knew about the moon cell and everything, what happened over there. Now, I have a vague, like, knowledge about it, but I did not know how it started. So thanks again, like, I'm really learning so many things from this video. Like, I think after reacting to this, I'll probably watch it 2 or 3 more times to actually understand what like the whole thing, because you actually need to read, like, watch this multiple times to actually understand what's happening. So yeah, anyways,
read it out loud. Don't worry about it. So yeah, It turns out the moon knows shit and you can hack the moon, and it also has Rin, Sakura, and Kirei from the original Fate Stay Night, but not the original Rin, Sakura, and Kirei from the original Fate Stay Night. What are you, stupid? They're just characters who look, sound, and dress exactly the same, but they're different. Are you worrying about it? Because
No.
I'm not. So you got the Fate Extra games, the Fate Extra Triple C games, and then you got the anime. Fate Extra Last Encore in its own separate timeline that takes place in the year 3000. And Rin's great-great-great-granddaughter. It's just fucking Rin. Fate Grand Order.
Oh, God,
okay, here we
you're
go.
Gonna make me break down Fate Grand Order.
Alright.
Okay, I think I'll be able to, I know everything from here onwards. I probably know all these things, the previous things I knew about multiple things, most of the stuff, but there were a lot of things that I did not know, and GIGGUK really explains it pretty well, and I'm really happy about it. I got to know so many more things. I got more knowledgeable in the Fateverse. So I think from here onwards I'll know everything. The Fate Grand Order, I've been playing it for 4 years and I don't know, I don't think there should be anything that I don't know about. Let's see.
Now we're truly in hell. So Fate Go is a mobile gacha game along with some anime adaptations where the first Holy Grail War never happened, the world is fucked for some reason, and you have got to travel back in time to various points in history to fix the fucking timeline. And every different timeline you fix is called singularities. Basically, imagine Fate Back to the Future, except there are like 7 sequels, all with different diverging timelines, and you're not trying to fuck your mum. You're just trying to fuck all the servants.
Oh my God.
For simplicity's sake, I think it would just be easier if I just draw out the Fate Go timeline.
Alright, here we go.
And then here in its own corner, it's just Fate Prototype, which is Kinoko Nasu's original concept for Fate, where King Arthur's actually a guy?
Yeah!
Get out of here with your damn historical inaccuracies. So essentially, this is just a non-existent project because the only thing that exists is a 12-minute trailer that was made purely for fan service. Which is even more bizarre when you consider Fate Prototype Fragments of Sky Silver.
Oh, what
which is the prequel to Fate Prototype.
Oh, I didn't know about
They made a prequel, a full light novel prequel, to a 12-minute commercial. Like, did I really think Fate fans are that hungry for content?
We are.
Moon just sitting there being like, all right, Fate fans, open wide. Content. Give me anything. And then this prequel to a project that basically doesn't even exist has a side story called Fate Labyrinth. A side story!
I had no idea about these.
Hime fans are on suicide watch. You can tell that line was written months ago because, yeah, where the fuck did this come from? And all of this would be a completely alternate universe with no connection to the original universe, but I shit you not, one of the characters has a dream that connects this universe to the Fate Stay Night universe.
Oh.
Yep. It's literally canon by dream. Alright, I think we're getting close to the end. Next is Fate Strange Fake. This is a light novel series that takes place...
Wait, no more Fate Go? I guess he did explain it, but okay, never mind. Yeah, he did explain it, I guess, probably. Yeah, that's all you need to know about Fate Go. That's it.
It's after the 5th Holy Grail War in America, where they do their own Holy Grail War with hookers and blackjack, written by the same guy who did Bakano. As a recording, we don't know if this follows on from the main flagship timeline or is part of an alternate universe, but what we do know is that there's a servant called Watcher, and it's literally just a fucking whale in the sky. I'm sorry, I must have missed the legend where a fucking flying whale saves Earth. Does Free Willy count as a legendary hero of history now? There's Fate-type Redline. It's Tokyo in the 1940s. The Nazis are at it again, but this time so are the Japanese military. It's the third Grail War with seemingly no other connections to any of the Grails, and it's a manga drawn by the Demon Slayer mangaka. We got Fate right.
Oh, really?
Not a lot about this is known right now because it's not been officially translated, but what we do know is that it's set in the future after some kind of Holy Grail War, and somehow everyone has their own Holy Grail. And also there's this new servant called Voyager, who I guess is the Voyager space probe, except I have no fucking clue how a space probe becomes a servant, let alone a blonde Shota boy.
Wait, ships can become waifu, so why not a space you know? Yeah, like...
Let alone a blonde Shota boy space probe servant, and don't tell me to worry about it, because I'm not. Can you see how much I'm not worrying about it? I am not worrying about it. But seriously, how the fuck? And finally, in a bubble within its own fucking dimension, is Carnival Phantasm.
Oh yeah.
Where all the Fate characters and other characters
just hang out.
Other works are just hanging out, I guess.
Yes.
Doesn't make any sense. I have no idea where this fits in the timeline. I think this is just a bubble reality where Akasha got fucking drunk. And that's it. That is the long version.
No.
Kinda. Oh, but GIGGUK, what about the rest of the Nazi-verse? Are you gonna do that as well?
No, it's impossible. It'll probably take...
How about no? Originally, this was meant to be a grand video where I talked about all the funny and ridiculous things I found out about Fate lore as a whole. But when I started it, I kind of realized I'm gonna need 20 minutes just to explain the fucking timeline. So you know what? This may just be the first part in a multi-series lecture from hell. Because the worst thing about Fate is that after going through all the timelines, after connecting all the lore, after spending far too many hours consuming Fate media and reading pages upon pages of wiki articles, it kind of makes sense.
Yes.
God, this chart actually makes sense to me. The entire timeline is actually the simplest part of Fate lore. Fate is just an all-encompassing whole that just gets darker and gloomier the deeper you go down. People wonder what's at the bottom of the abyss in Made in Abyss. It's just the fucking entrance to the Fate hole. You want the real short version Fate newcomers? You watch either of these two, and then watch this, and then watch whatever the fuck you want. Or you know what? Fuck all this. Start with the spin-off series. Start with lesbian lollies kissing. Start with Fate MasterChef. Fuck. Start with the Dojinshis for all I care. Just ignore all the shitstorm going on in the comment section right now. The reality is, it doesn't really matter where you start. As long as it looks interesting to you, then go for it. The problem is, there's so many people who are obsessed with optimizing the perfect read and watch order that they forget that if you enjoy the experience and it gets you into Fate, then who the fuck cares what order you watch
exactly.
Because look, memes aside, the Fate lore may be a convoluted mess to unravel, but it is an awesome franchise. It's a series that can have a...
Thank you. Oh my god. Like, I'm so happy to, like, you know, hear him say this. I'm so happy. Like, I know Fate is heavily popular, but still, like, you know, hearing him say this, it's such a joy.
Amazing fights with balls to the walls action and magical moments that cut deep into your heart. And then Thomas Edison shows up as a lion. Because if you've reached the end of this video knowing nothing about Fate and this is the video that's convinced you to give it a try, what the fuck is wrong with you? This got you interested in Fate? Oh god, why didn't you just listen to me the first time and go with the short version? You know what? Fuck this. I'm done. I'm done. I'm not doing Fate anymore. I'm literally gonna go crazy. You know what? I lied. This isn't even the long version.
Yeah, exactly. Don't worry about it. This is not a long version.
Hey guys, I really hope you enjoyed that video. Thank you
immensely
again to Honkai Impact for sponsoring me today.
Oh boy.
And also thank you very much to Ivido, The Walto, Payne Patchett, Elephant, Basil, and everyone else, my Patreon, for supporting me for this month.
No, let's watch it to the end.
Garrett and Lucas for being my Fate gurus, and guiding me through this hell that is the fate hole. Honestly, you couldn't have done it without you two, so thank you very much for being my gurus, and thank you very much for helping me do the research for all the information I put in here. And also, thank you very much to everyone on my Patreon for fact-checking this video before it went live. Basically, what I'm trying to say is, if anything in this video is inaccurate or wrong, you can
don't worry about
the entire Discord server for it.
And no, don't worry about it.
Still probably wrong though. And if you want to join the monthly call,
this is a fate.
Literally someone mentions fate every fucking month, which is how this video got started in the first place. Check out my Patreon. Or don't, please. You don't need any more people talking about fate. But yeah, this video has been in production for way too long, mostly because the groundwork was done last year. And I really hope you enjoy the style of this video because it took a lot of work.
I enjoyed the whole video.
Really fun time filming this video. Me and my editor have been putting off working on this video for so long because we knew how much work it would take. But yeah, as I said earlier, this probably won't be the only Fate video I put out.
I really hope so.
We've done way more research than
immensely entertaining
video. So I hope you're excited for the next one because both me and my editor are really looking forward to working on another video like this. Right, Alan? That Alan. Such a joker. Anyway, that's it from me. No further updates. I've been GIGGUK, and I hope you enjoy the hell we're about to walk into.
Yeah.
Because I'm not.
Oh. Okay, so fantastic. I have to say, I really thought like this was going to be like the sarcastic version of, you know, kind of explaining the fate in a way. But oh boy, I learned so many new things. As I said, I'm really well versed with Fate Grand Order, Fate Stay Night as well, but I did not know about the multiple, like, you know, the timeline and stuff. The way he kind of explains it, like, you know, with that chart, I feel like everyone needs to watch this who really is interested in the Fate lore. He really does a really good job to explain it in such a short, like, you know, like, what do you call it, in a short, precise manner, and it makes sense, you know, like. Yeah, it makes sense. Like, trust me, like, you know, Fate is even more complicated than the way he actually explained it. The way he explained it actually is the easier version, the shorter version, and the more makes sense version. And oh boy, I actually tried to get into the whole Fate lore, and like, as I said, like, you know, when you read it, it's entertaining and you understand it. But as time goes on, you kind of forget about it because it's so, you know, like, convoluted. So as I said, like, I kind of watch this, I kind of have like a vague idea now about the different timelines, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to forget about it in like 2 or 3 months, and I might have to rewatch this again to actually understand. Like, this is a really good video. I'm probably going to keep this in mind whenever I forget about the actual Fate timeline. I'm probably going to jump back into this video and just watch it again, because the first 15-16 minutes where he explains the Fate, like, you know, timeline was so well done. I'm really glad, like, he actually, like, you know, gave this so much effort. And as he said, it's like it's taken like more than, not more, but I think a year, he said, almost a year to do this, to do the research, the production and everything, and the editing and all of that. And yeah, thank you so much for, like, you know, putting so much effort. And one thing I was really, like, you know, I was really happy actually hearing him say that this is one of the, like, you know, one of the greatest franchise. I think he said something like that. Yeah, like, it was such a joy to hear him say something like that, because as I said, Fate is something that I am, I think, a bit too much obsessed with. And like seeing someone actually, like, someone like him, you know, one of the biggest faces of anime YouTubers, actually praise the Fate franchise, the thing that you really enjoy. It's such a good feeling, and I'm really happy. And yeah, okay, so this video, as I said, it was fantastic. And the whole thing that he explained, I knew most of the stuff, but not everything. I knew about, like, I did not have any idea about the timeline, because the timeline always confused me about the Fate, you know, like the universe. The whole, like, first Holy Grail was second, third. I did not know. I knew about it, but I forget about it most of the times. I kind of confuse it. So, like, this really helped me with that. And the other things, the main, like, you know, the story and everything, I kind of know about that the whole, like, third, the fourth Holy Grail, well, the whole thing with Angra Mayu. And then the fourth Holy Grail has, like, Fate Zero in it. And the fifth one is Fate Stay Night, and then there's like branches from there. Another new thing I got to know from here is the whole Seraph branch, where you go to the moon, you know, the Fate Extra timeline. And I did not know how it started, and he really explained it pretty well, like the whole like, you know, like the mana got drained or something, and that's why, you know, that it kind of branches from there. And I did not know about that. I knew about the thing that happens there, you know. I've read, not read, but I've watched Fate Extra, the last encore or whatever, and I think, like, you know, the Fate Extella also kind of explains that whole thing. So I know about the Fate Extra, kind of, you know, even though I've not played the actual games, Fate Extra CCC. Still, I know about it. And from the FGO, like, you know, events as well, we get a few information, but I did not know how that started, and this explains that. There's a few things that I had no idea about, the things that he actually starts talking later on. The whole school manga, I think the school manga spin-off, I had no idea that existed. I did not know that. There's a few other things that I had no idea that existed. Is I knew about Prototype, I did not know about the prequel to Prototype, and I did not know about the other sequel or prequel. I think he said something. There's like 3 things in Prototype, and I knew only about the Prototype one. The other 2, I had no idea that it even existed. Like, my god. The other thing, the whole thing with Fate Strange Fake. Like, I'm pretty sure they're going to do a Fate Strange Fake adaptation, maybe 2 or 3 years later when the actual novel ends, because I think they said something about it. So this is also one of the most anticipated, I think, Fate spin-offs, I'm going to call it that, you know, that people are excited for, and I am as well, because it has Gilgamesh in it, in that, you know, the whole thing. And Fate Requiem as well. I really had no idea. I've seen Fate Requiem as like an event in FGO JP, and it's still not come in NA, so I don't know anything about it. But I was kind of interested by the fact that he said that in Fate Requiem, all person had one holy grail. I'm like, damn, what is that? So that also seems very interesting. So many things, you know, like that I didn't know about, didn't have any idea about, even though I've been, like, you know, following Fate for such a long time. And as I said, like, I'm an average enjoyer of Fate, you know. I don't go too deep into the whole thing. That's why, you know, like, if you actually jump into the lore, it gets insane actually. And GIGGUK is actually right, you know. If you start Fate, just don't worry about it. Just get in, like, you know, just start from whatever the hell you like. I've also seen a lot of people, like, you know, there's been like a lot of debates and stuff. Some people say, oh, start with Fate Zero. Some people say, oh, start with Fate Stay Night. However, my opinion is start with Fate Stay Night, because that's how I did it. So but yeah, don't worry about it. Just start from whatever the hell you want to. If the thing entertains you, that's all you need to know. You can start with Fate Kalite Prisma Illya, you know. Like, who's going to stop? We start with Emiya's Daily Cooking, or whatever the name is. I don't remember. That one. Fate. We start with Fate Hollow Atarax. No, I don't think you should do that. Don't start with Fate Hollow Atarax. You're going to get confused. But yeah, like, just start from wherever you want to. If you get entertained, and just watch it like you, like, you know, the way you like it. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people who are actually scared of getting into Fate, who just goes to YouTube and starts, like, you know, typing chronological version of Fate Stay Night, or, like, you know, how should I watch the Fate franchise. People who do that, if they actually start watching Fate without thinking about those and getting scared, like, oh my god, I'm getting into this is so scary, so many things, where should I start, where should I stop? If you just don't worry about it and start, I'm pretty sure you're going to become a big fan of the Fate franchise. Because at least when I started, there was no such thing like this. Like, when I started, the only thing that existed with Fate was a Fate visual novel, and I think the anime was also there. Unlimited Blade Works was just airing. So when I started, it was very easy to start, because there's only Fate Stay Night, and then so many things happened. So, like, you know, my getting into the Fate franchise was extremely smooth, because there was nothing else to read other than the visual novel and the anime. But nowadays, there's so many things. So just start with whatever you like, and if you like it, you're going to like it either way. And yeah, okay, so first of all, okay, let me see, is there anything that I oh, now for the record, the things that I know from here is I played the visual novels, the 3 visual novels, Roots. I've watched the anime, the 3 anime versions. Oh, I've not watched the Fate Day Night version. I've only read the visual novel version of the Fate Route, not Fate Stay Night. Sorry, Fate Route. I've not watched the anime. I've seen Unlimited Blade Works. I've seen Heaven's Feel. I've read both of them in the visual novel format as well. I've read Hollow Ataraxia. I've seen Fate Khaled Prisma Illya. I've seen El Meloy Case Files. What else is there? I've seen Carnival Phantasm. I'm playing currently, obviously, Fate Grand Order, and I've seen Fate Prototype, the little trailer that they had. What else? I've seen the Fate Grand Order anime adaptation, Babylonia, Solomon, and what else is there? I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's all that I did. So there's a lot of things that I've still not do. I've not read Fate Apocrypha. I've also watched it, but I probably forgot most of the things, because when he was explaining Apocrypha, I was like, what? I don't remember this. So I think I should probably go back to it again and kind of give it a rewatch. So I've not actually read Fate Redline, which I might in the future. I've not read Fate Strange Fake, nor read Fate Requiem, not the what is that, the 2 prototype mangas, and not manga, sorry, light novels that he said. I've neither seen those as well, and I've not played the Fate Extra games. However, I've played Fate Extella, and I have played what is that, not played but read watched Fate Last Encore, the one with Nero. What else? And obviously I play Fate Grand Order, I already said that. And yeah, I think these are the things that I've actually not watched and I'm not so sure about in the Fate franchise. So yeah, like I got to know a lot of things here, and the timeline that he did was pretty well done. And there's so many verses, the whole Mew verse, Illya verse, the actual verse, the battle royale verse, whatever, all that, those things. And yeah, it's confusing, but it's hella entertaining. And yeah, okay, I think I should stop here because he explains most of the things. I thought I was going to have to whatever knowledge I had, I might have to actually tell in the comment, in the discussion section, but GIGGUK actually explains everything. I really thought that this was a sarcastic video or something, but no, this is a really legit thing that he did, and I'm really happy about it. And he said something about doing this again. This came out 7 months ago, and he did say it took 1 year almost for this video to kind of happen. So I'm hoping we're going to get another video like this. He said he's going to make another one, hopefully 3 or 4 or 5 months later. I'm sure we'll get one. But yeah, and I think this is probably the best Fate explanation video on YouTube. I'm going to recommend this to a lot of my people that are actually get confused with Fate. And yeah, wow. So yeah, that was it. That was my reaction to this. Wow, I really started having no clue what this was going to be, and I'm heavily pleased. And oh, another thing, I was when he said Rin best girl, I was like, yes, damn straight. And that was another point in this video that made me so happy. And yeah, I'm just yeah, GIGGUK has so many things in common, Anyways, that's it, guys. Thank you guys for watching. This is my reaction to GIGGUK's badly explaining the entire Fate series in 30 minutes. This is definitely not badly explaining, but I think this is the best explanation of the entire Fate series in 30 minutes that anyone can ever make. And yeah, I'm so glad I reacted to this. So thanks for watching again. And as I said, I'll be linking down the original video link in the description box. I'm sure everyone have watched it, but still, I will do that. You should definitely do that. But if there is anyone who, I don't think there is anyone who has not watched GIGGUK. But if there is one person who have actually not watched this video and have been thinking about watching it, click on the link in the description box, go and watch this. I guess you already watched it with me, but go and watch this, and I'm sure this explains so many things, and you can like pause and stuff, and because this really explains so much. And I will definitely come back to this video multiple times in the future as well. Whenever I kind of forget about the fate timeline, I'm going to come back here and kind of give this a little watch so that everything gets refreshed. Like, yeah. So thanks for watching, and yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to press the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel, or you haven't subscribed. I put out fate content like this, like reactions and other stuff once or twice a week. So subscribe for more FGO or fate content, and comment down below anything you want to say. And if you have any other detailed explanation of the fate franchise, if you want to say something, like something that be feel free to comment, because I love reading comments whenever people kind of explain these type of things. And oh, another thing I was and the thing I was really I liked about this video is he actually explained about Alaya, Gaia, the Akasha, all those concepts. I was not expecting him to explain those as well. So yeah, that was another really great thing of this video. So yeah, anyway, so yeah, see you guys in the next video, next fate FGO video or fate video, whatever I put out. See you guys then. Until then, goodbye and have a nice day.